down with all sorts of
I'm
emotions.
down with Alzheimer's. I forgot my dick was small.
His dick is hard. You wake up and your dick's just tiny.
73.
All right.
What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the
Yeah.
Word on the Street podcast, episode 73. We're supposed to have Ass Pizza on this one, but he couldn't make it, bro. He got stuck in
canceled.
traffic.
Oh.
He couldn't make it. Fucking Ass Pizza. It would have been
Fucking
perfect. 7:30, 73. We had this all lined up, but hopefully we can get him on the next one or soon.
Yeah.
Go comment on Ass Pizza's fucking Instagram at Word on the Street. Why did you cancel on him? But yeah, this would have been a sick one with Ass Pizza sitting right there. Fuck, bro. I wish. Next time, guys. Sorry. It would have been perfect. Episode 73, bro.
Yeah, 7:30.
That would have been insane. How are you doing today? It's Friday.
Great. It's Friday.
It's been a good week.
It was a good week.
It was a good week.
We got
It's
a lot
been
of
a really
stuff
good
done.
week. It's been very productive. We got the motherfucking BYU tees either on the website right now or dropping very, very soon.
One or the other.
We got them bin, and then now we have to just figure out some promo. I was going to drop them, and then Gooba started cooking yesterday with some promo. He started saying, hold up, bro. Instead of just dropping them, why don't we take a step back and why don't we, show them off a little bit more? And I think you're right about that. I think, for me, I'm going to let you in on my point of view. It's hype enough, right?
Yeah.
Supreme got the box logo, okay? They don't need to make a video. You know what the fuck a box logo is?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In a way, that's my box logo. Everybody knows what it is. Like, if someone tries to rip off the box logo, what do you say?
Yeah.
Supreme did it already.
Yeah.
You feel me, gang? So in a way, for me, that's my box logo, right? You don't need promo.
Yeah.
Bro, I can sell 100 of those I'd hate to be that guy, but at an event if I had them. I haven't had them.
At any type of event.
Literally, people in Utah will buy them.
Yeah.
So it's like that's my thing is I don't need the promo, right? But just because you don't need something or just because you've done something some way for so long, does that mean you can't just change it and try something else?
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, okay, maybe I don't need the promo. Maybe I already have 300 eyes on it, that want it. Would I be upset if I do a promo and then I get 1,000 eyes?
Yeah.
Why would I be upset at that?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, and like I told you, I'm not rushed for money, right? If I was rushed for money, yes. If you're rushed for money, you drop something and you need to pay your bills or whatever, drop that motherfucker, gang. Make your money. But luckily, I'm in a position where it's not. I do need money, but not right now.
Yeah.
I don't immediately need it tomorrow or today. So, you know what I mean? Luckily, I'm fortunately in a position where I can say, okay, let's hold off. Let's cook. Let's see what we can create. And I talked to Jesus, and he's like, bro, all those ideas are great.
And all you gotta do.
He was he literally basically told me, "What do you need? What do you need from me?
Yeah.
You have everything. You don't need me." Literally told me, "What do you even need me for then? If you already have the ideas and everything, true to yourself type shit." Yeah. That's what I got from his message, And I was like, "Well, it would help if you, you're a creative director. It would help if you kind of take this mumbo jumbo of ideas and just kind of." But he kind of gave me the you guys already cooked. Just serve that bitch up, bro. You already cooked. Serve the fucking plate and give it to the customer. You know. So I feel like we did cook a lot for one little product idea. We sat down for an hour maybe.
I think it was less.
Maybe 30, 45
minutes.
We
were cooking, bro. I think it just felt long because we were high. And then we were chilling.
And we were using our tools. You taught me the way. You taught me the way of. We talk a lot about using your surroundings and not being blocked off to a certain thing.
Yeah.
And I immediately was like, no, that's not gonna work. And you're like, hold up, let's try it. And you did.
Yeah.
And you taught me the way of just using the tools that we have at our disposal.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to let them in on the tools or if you want to gatekeep the tools.
I say, bro, the thing that I said last time too is if you don't know how to use it, it does not matter.
Yeah.
Because you could give someone a hammer and tell them.
But if they try to screw with it,
they're not gonna do anything. Yeah. So, ChatGPT, it's the best tool you can use. Because it's cool, like you said, Jesus is creative director. He's good at cooking all this. We have a creative director in our little pocket, And you took the ideas kind of that we cooked off of that, and he said those are good. So it's you can tell it guided us pretty well. But other than that, it's not like we really did anything crazy and took straight from the thing. Yeah. I mean, you give it a topic. What is that word?
A prompt.
A prompt. You give it a prompt. you describe specifically. I guess I'm gonna give the fucking break it down. You give the you give details and you break down kind of what way you're trying to go for,
Mm-hmm.
and then let it do its thing. It gives you a few. You read them, and like the first few gave us were really good, and then it asks you at the end like, do you want more? Do you want to add something to it? Do you want to take from it? Like, or what do you
Do
want
we
to
change
focus on
something?
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we changed something on like a few or one specifically, and it made more. And then yeah, we just took those ideas because the ideas it gives you aren't well put together. At the end of the day, it doesn't.
They're good ideas, but they're kind of corny, I'd
Yeah,
say. But if you know how to take a good idea and make it a great idea,
yeah,
then there you go, bro.
and like you need a foundation, and so ChatGPT provides a foundation, and from that foundation, you're able to build whatever the fuck you
Mm-hmm.
want. So I think
But if you're not creative, it's not gonna work
yeah,
for
you
you.
cannot. So that's why I'm like,
You
when
know?
people are like, "Well, we're worried about this," it's like,
Yeah.
no, not everyone can do this.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, most people would just be like, dropping this shirt.
Yeah, because you saw the way I
Dropping this
typed it
shirt,
in,
give me
right?
promo ideas, and then
Yeah,
it's gonna be like, okay, get a friend and take
yeah,
photos with them, and then make sure you stand by some flowers or some bullshit. But the way you did it was like, I'm dropping this specific shirt because I'm from this specific town,
yeah.
and then this college is in this specific town,
The
and then
joke.
this does that, and then this and that. You filled it in with everything. So then, what did it do? It took that and it analyzed the whole
It
internet.
filled all those
And then
gaps.
now,
Yeah,
when AI takes over, they're only gonna fucking soak because of you, bro.
yeah.
Because of you,
The
now
AI
AI is gonna just,
soakers.
just,
I mean, I guess
and
AI
they're gonna have
could
an AI
soak.
guy like, like shaking the bed, bro.
No, but yeah, bro, you gotta use AI. Like, there's no way. Like, even the other day, I gave it an idea. Ah, fuck, I don't want to
And
say
when we're
too
talking
much.
about AI, we're not talking about Allen Iverson, okay?
Yeah, no, we're talking about
We're talking about
AI.
ChatGPT type shit.
What is it called? What does it stand for? What is it? Yeah, artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, yeah, like I asked it for like a mock-up of something, and it gave me the mock-up. Uh, and it wasn't what I wanted, and so I changed it. But it's like, bro, it's cutting shortcuts, especially where I'm not like a professional with Photoshop or any of that stuff, where people are locking it down from like an hour, 2 hour, like they cracked it down. So like to me, this helps me cut down like that 4 or 5 hour span to like 2 to 3 because it gets my idea, and all I have to do is finish it how I want
Yeah,
it to.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, and even then, just bouncing back ideas, like
Well, even illustrators are saying now, or like people that make designs, like, I do layering and shit, and then ChatGPT did this in 3 minutes, and it
yeah,
took me 4 days to do it. Like,
yeah, yeah.
so.
So that's all you have to. And but it's still like there's still a lot of like holes. But yeah, like word descriptions, you got to be
But like,
descriptive as
how
fuck.
scary would it be if it was perfect?
Yeah, that is true.
You know what I mean?
But like even now too with the copyright infringement thing. So like with my duck character, I kind of was like, oh, do a cartoon duck
You
style
can't
to
do it like
the
say cartoon.
yeah. I said like to the likeness of Daffy or like Donald Duck, and it literally said it couldn't do that. So like that's another thing. So it's like if you do cartoon, it instantly thinks a specific type of cartoon.
There's a way around it though.
Yeah, I think you just have to say like animated or some shit.
Yeah. Or you can just tell it, okay, if you can't do that, can you do the closest thing to it, and it will
Yeah.
do it.
Oh okay.
Also, like when I was doing one, I wanted to look like a Lego character.
Oh
So
okay.
I didn't say, can you make me look like a Lego character? I said, can you make it look like I'm in the Lego movie?
Oh nice.
You feel me?
That's
It's
smart.
just a little
Or the
way
wordplay.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I didn't say make me look like a Lego. I said, can you make it look like I'm in the Lego movie? And then
Yeah.
and if it says no, like I said, you're like, okay, give me the closest thing that you can do then,
Yeah.
and then they'll do it.
Yeah, so use AI. Like AI is really good prompts. I mean, for one of the voiceover
Dude, once
videos,
AI starts giving head, it's over for these
these
motherfuckers, bro.
it already is, bro. The one that it hooks up Bluetooth to your like device, and it like sucks automatically when like the XXX
We need
video
a sponsorship.
when it we could get a sponsorship. They would
Sponsor us,
sponsor us.
AI.
Um,
What AI is it?
I don't know which brand it is, but
ChatGPT.
any brand, Adam and Eve, shout out, Adam and Eve. Go to the link right here up
Yeah,
there.
use link
Use
word on the
code word
street.
on the street, or I think WOTS will be better because it's shorter for a code.
Adam and Eve is good for the shots. You know what I mean?
What
For
shots?
the shots, maybe the back shots, or maybe
Oh, well, they
the
got
the bump
everything.
shots. You know what I mean? The motherfucking bump shots. But you know what else is good for the shots? The motherfucking new Supreme Vans that are dropping, my boy, with
Damn,
the
my
bullet holes.
boy.
Okay, so they're dropping the Nate Loman Vans, or I think it's is it Loman or Loan? I don't know, guys, but it's some dude. His name is Nate though. So
Nate, we
shout out
shout out
that
Nate.
homie. It's 3 colorways. I think it's like a red one, a gray one, and I forgot the other colorway. They're right here though.
Yeah,
And then they're
there.
also dropping a bullet hole pin. So they did a pin,
Oh,
and they made that
damn,
bullet
that's
hole
that.
design.
That is
I've
hard.
been told you, and you said I don't want to overdo the
Yeah,
bullet
the
hole
bullhole
design.
pin is a hard idea.
And we literally right before we started recording
Oh,
saw
yeah.
Blasey on his
This is reaching. This is too far. The bullet holes has been done. I even
yeah.
sent you the one guy that you got the shorts
Everybody
from.
has done bullet holes.
That he had the like tuxedo with bullet holes.
Yeah.
So like Adidas did bullet
What happened?
holes.
Did you still wear those shorts?
Yeah, I wear them all the time.
Oh, fire.
Yeah,
I haven't seen them in a while.
I wore them last week.
Nice.
Yeah, I wear them all the time.
Hell yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay. Well, off that topic. We did see that, just so you guys know.
Yeah, but
those Vans are pretty cool.
they're fire.
They're
I
weird
actually
that
like
it's like a mid. It's like a mid top.
Yeah,
That's
I like
weird.
it
I hate how
though.
Supreme always does that with their shoes.
They make the weird ones.
They work with all these cool brands, but then they make these weird ass fucking shoes. Like, bro, and then when they do a cool shoe, they fuck it up somehow. Like, they do an old school and somehow they fuck it up. It's like, bro, like, what are you guys doing over there? Like, you guys make cool stuff, and then when it comes to shoes, it's like, make the ugly shit possible.
Well, because sometimes wanting to be different is
sometimes
like too different, you know?
Shout out JSM again. Don't reinvent the wheel, gang. Just
bro.
fucking put your logo on some colorways, bro.
If they would have just done it on some low top, like old school Vans or new school Vans.
Dude, high top, I would have been fine. Why the fuck did you do a mid?
I don't
when
know.
have you ever gone to the Vans store? Like, oh, the mid right there.
Yeah. Well, even high tops. Like, high tops is kind of like you have to be a high top Vans guy, you know?
I don't think I've ever bought high tops either. Yeah. No, I have.
Oh, okay.
But still, those are better than a fucking mid, bro.
Yeah. Anything in a mid is never.
Like, that's like doing like, okay, you're gonna make the old school, but let's make the Ross version, like the Shoe Carnival version of the old school.
The Airwalk,
you know, like no, it's like still Vans, but it's just like a little bit different paneling. Oh, you know, okay. Like it just kind of looks like an old school, but you can tell it's not the old school. Yeah. It's just kind of like the little cheaper version, which I don't even understand why you do that. Why do you have a brand and you make like your old school 70, you make a cheaper version for like 50? Like, it's like, I understand the $20 difference. It makes a difference, right? Like when we go and look at great value.
I guess quality though.
Bro, the quality is the same. Vans suck. After 20 wears, you start getting like the crease things on like like you can't wear Vans for that long, bro. I think Vans are like.
I mean, I put them through hell. But they do start
but
like, cause I even had like the ones that have the cushion on the inside, like, and but they start crumbling.
You know your Vans are done when the bottom of them get the bubble.
Oh yeah.
When they get the bubble on the bottom, bubbling. I don't even know how the fuck that happens, but your Vans are throw them away at that point. It's hard. It's like when the girls be wearing their Air Forces like in the fucking the river Sphinx, and then they like try to still wear them after. Like, no, bro, throw them Air Forces away. Cooked ass Air Forces.
Yeah, I can't talk though because I've cooked ass Air Forces. So
I never had a pair of. I had one pair of Air Forces, and I would skate in them, and then I got bullied for skating in my Air Forces.
Yeah. And
they're like, "Why are you skating in Air Forces?" I'm like, "Cause these are the only shoes I can afford, bro." Okay, I get one pair of shoes a year, and this was it.
You chose those, and you're like, God damn.
Yeah, and I'm like, fuck, they're heavy as fuck, and then I can't even
big
pop,
as fuck.
and
yeah,
flicking was hard because
they're
the whole bottom is like, no, there's like a fucking sole, and then the top is like this. Yeah. Shit's crazy. So right now, Justin Bieber leaked his new shoes that are dropping for the Skylark brand. They talked about it on the Biggest Bro podcast yesterday. Basically just saying, I sent you the clip. I don't know if you were able to watch it.
Yeah.
It was basically them just saying like, is this brand cool or whatever, or is it just like they're basically saying that it's an AI brand. Like if they sent ChatGPT the links for a few like different brands like Balenciaga, Yeezy, ERL, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then they said, can you make a shoe that is all these brands put together? And then, you know, so that's what Blasey was saying, that he thinks that this is the rise of the AI brands, that they kind of are like getting these mock-ups and stuff from ChatGPT, sending it to a manufacturer, and then like, you know, making it work. And then what Ryder said, shout out Ryder, he said that like, is this different? Is this cool? Or is this just a brand that's backed by a millionaire that's able to make like a bunch of samples because he's a millionaire. He can spend $180. Fuck it. That's $10 to him, you know? So I feel like when they all agreed, I feel like at the end of the day, like it really is just him. We already said it. It's
He
just
got
like him
money.
saying, "Okay, support my brand, make me more money, guys."
Yeah.
And that's why he's over here like, "Oh, if you guys really love me and my family, only buy my brand." Like come on, bro. You know?
Yeah. No, and you can definitely tell like if he
It's an
like
industry plant.
if
I
he
know we just talked
could
about this, but it's literally
the
it feels like industry plant brand.
yeah. I mean, and that's what I was gonna say. Like
It
you
feels like
know,
what Sunday wanted to do, but on a bigger level.
I don't know.
That bro,
I
tell me
it's
it's
just
not with all the
like
colorways and shit.
I think it's just like very Forever 21. Like I think
Mm,
he kept it like very like to a certain demographic, like
yeah,
the hip demographic, and then fucking
it's
did
like those
like
people that are in industry wear but say they're industry wear type
yeah,
shit. Yeah,
and then like a lot of the prompts were like Fear of God
yeah,
essentials,
yeah,
like
yeah.
all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Skims with the different colors.
Skims, yeah, any old Yeezy stuff,
Yeah, yep.
and so like you put that together, yeah, you definitely get like what he has there. But I think like the rise of AI brands, you're gonna be able to see which ones are AI or not, because like the stuff that Hellstar is creating, and to our knowledge, like to
It's
what
not
we
AI.
know, they're not doing it. But like the authenticity of the artwork is something that you can kind of tell. Like I said, if something's either too perfect, you're gonna be like, well, that's like way too perfect. Because I don't know, like if AI can crack down on doing like if it gets like you said, if it's able once it's able to get like your image perfect, and then you're like, can you do like a cracked effect over or
You
something?
can
It's
do
able to
that.
do that.
It's able to.
Like
It
then
knows.
then you're like I don't know if it's hard to tell or easy to tell
Bro,
though.
my chat GPT already tells me, do you want this to only be one color?
Oh, sick.
I'm like, yes, bro, you know what's up, gang.
Yeah,
You know what's up, gang. Like, do you want it to be like the vintage,
style.
yeah, like distressed texture on it, or would you like it to be more clean? It always tells me that. Like that, it already knows what distressing is.
No, and so that's what I'm saying. So it might be hard to tell, or it might not be hard to tell, but at the end of the day, it's like you still have to be. We've said it already, creative enough. So just because like that one logo you sent, I could type that in my way, and I won't get that same logo.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else can try it, they won't get that same logo, and so like you use your creativity to prompt it to do that exact way. So I think at the end of the day, like regardless if you're using AI to even make the whole logo,
Or the whole design in general,
yeah,
the
like
whole
if it's
glasses.
if it's not good, you're gonna get a Skylark brand,
Yeah,
you're gonna get this H&M Forever 21 brand, because there's nothing crazy to it. It's literally just cool colors, nice, what's trending, the baggy stuff, the shoes, the clogs, all that, like what shoe did you say his shoe looked like? It was
it
like
looks like a mixture of different shoes. I'll show you it so you can see it.
yeah,
But it's like a mixture of
because
like
it looks like a Yeezy,
it gives Yeezy the most, like that Yeezy, like weird Yeezy shoe that looks like it's like for like
like a
diabetes
running
people.
almost.
It's like a weird sock. I think it's called the Knit Runner,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
Yeezy
yeah,
Knit Runner.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the one that it kind of looks like. But it looks like it's popped up right here for the
yeah,
people watching. But I need to show Google so you can kind of see. It just kind of looks. Look, these are Yeezys. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
that's
It's
Yeezys
literally
when you
like a
see it, bro.
Yeezy shoe,
And
fucking
that's
bottom,
that
and you
looks
put it
like
on
that
a
that North Face shoe that's like puffy, like the puffer North Face shoe.
yeah,
You know what
and
I
you just
mean?
add
But
like a
then with the
few
Yeezy bottom. That's
yeah,
what they're saying, that it's like all of these brands kind of meshed into one.
like an aesthetic.
It's like in a way like kind of where you're already used to,
Yeah,
just a little bit different.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna be an easy to market
Look at
thing.
this one.
It's gonna be easy to
That's a Yeezy
market because
slide, but it's
people are
closed,
already
bro.
wearing it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look. And then what they also were saying was that they're posting pictures like this to make it more relatable to people instead of posting really high end product shots and shit.
Oh yeah,
So
like
then it's like
fancy.
that's okay, that's too out of my budget. This right here just looks like your homie's making some glasses and you just put it on his Snapchat like, oh, look at these glasses I'm
Well, yeah,
working on.
it's all marketing,
You know what I
So
mean? So like I don't know. I think they were very on. I mean, I don't know if we can hear it on here. Like they literally just posted it. Should we just listen to what they said so
yeah.
people will
Well, I can post a clip anyways too if you want to
Oh,
send it
okay.
to
Well,
me.
here is a clip.
I'm not gonna lie, like some of the shit he's been posting, like I get it. Like he trying to do something different, you feel me? And like
Is it different? Yeah, that's a great question, right?
It's not that it's
because honestly, the goggles.
Or does this look like 15 different Instagram brands merged as one with a millionaire backing it so they can get samples made really quick?
Thank you. Let's get to that.
Those pink glasses are kind of.
But I'm pretty sure they're just posting those and pictures like this to make it seem more relatable to people that aren't millionaires.
It looks like we're seeing the first wave of these AI brands becoming a thing.
Yeah.
And this is truly just a reference of like 6 different images and hey, chat GPT.
It's like, yo, I wanted to look
this
like
looks
this.
soulless.
Oh, I was about to say, what do you mean? But I get that.
It
yeah,
looks soulless.
Like 4 different Yeezys were put into this, and they're like, okay, let's actually make these.
They probably inputted like 4 different Instagrams. Like, I want it to be like this brand, that brand, that brand.
PDF
make it happen and close the door. Literally.
It's PDF channel.
Fucking
It's Yeezy.
ERL.
It's fucking ERL. A little bit of Balenciaga. You gotta throw that. It's like salt.
Yeah.
I think I already did send it to you. Oh, it's right here. I'll send it to you right now. But yeah, there's a clip, guys. You guys can listen to it. And I like how you did that with the
meme one.
Yeah, that was cool because I was like, the whole time it was ready.
Yeah.
That was fire. That was fire. But yeah, that was a clip, guys. That's what they said. So let us know what you guys think.
Yeah.
You did bring up Hellstar. Hellstar just had a motherfucking collab with the WWE. The reason they collab with the WWE is because WrestleMania was last weekend.
Yes, sir.
WrestleMania was really good. I'm not gonna say the best WrestleMania I've ever seen. I'm not gonna say it was the worst WrestleMania I've ever seen. A lot of people are saying it's the worst WrestleMania ever, and I feel like the expectations were just too high.
Don't they say that for like every WrestleMania?
They say that for everything. You know, like people just love to hate. Like that's the thing. But I think the expectations here were just too high. I think since we came off of WrestleMania 39 and WrestleMania 40, and that was like everybody and their mom
the
came.
banger
Like, the
one.
last WrestleMania, bro, the Undertaker came out, The Rock came out, John Cena came out, fucking all of these people came out.
Like they revamped the whole brand.
Yeah. So it's like, how do you follow that back up?
You can't hype that back up.
Like, how do you do that back to back to back? That would have been a 3-run because the last 2 WrestleManias, not this last one, but 39 and 40, I want to say will go like in 10 years from now, people will look back at them and be like, that was like the best back-to-back WrestleManias ever. Like back-to-back, like that was it. To go on a 3 run, like that would have been absolutely crazy.
Insane.
And the thing is too that like what I was telling Christian is WWE is a show. WWE is a TV show. People don't look at it like that. They look at it as boxing. Boxing, they don't have stories. Like you don't have fucking Canelo Alvarez and whatever that Filipino guy is that boxes. Forgot his name.
Oh, Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah. He's Filipino, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't see Canelo Alvarez fighting on Monday, and then you see him fighting on Thursday night too, and then next Monday you see him fighting too, and then next Thursday night you see him fighting.
I think he's from Thailand.
I don't know. Okay, but you know what? You see where I'm coming from here? What do? They build a match. They fight one time, and that's it. Well, and then maybe they do a rematch later.
Well, they do have like the press conferences. So they do try to build like the
hype in a way.
But they do make a story. So like with UFC, sometimes a lot of the fights, like not as much anymore. A lot of it now is like hype fighters. But back then it was like bad blood fights. So they would have those bad blood fights where it was like, oh, that guy used to be part of his gym, and now he switched to a different gym. He's talking shit, like, and now they have to fight, and so that would create the intensity. And then even at the fucking promo events, they do talk shit to each other where they go far enough. Like right now, for Cinco de Mayo, that weekend is fully jam packed fight. But what's his name? Teofimo? I don't know, say it wrong, but like they've been having like promo shows for him, and all he's been doing is talking shit. Like even Devin Haney was like, all you do is talk shit. Like, do you shut up? And he was like, no, I just love to instigate this.
But so that's how they build the story, right?
But I think they're realizing now they have to add more entertainment to it because there's more money in the entertainment side of it than in just like the one-time fight.
Yep. Yeah, so like my thing is like if you were to look at Dragon Ball Z, and you have WWE and UFC, who are you comparing to Dragon Ball Z more? With the entertainment and the building and the
you could say definitely WWE,
right?
Especially because like Dragon Ball Z, the storyline, there's different like series and versions. With like WWE, you have the NXT.
Emery's never watched WWE before. When she started watching it, she said, "Oh, this is just a telenovela. This is a soap opera.
Yeah, it is.
It is a soap opera with men in tights.
Yeah,
you know, like that's what it is. Like I'm not. Who am I to say that's not what that is? No, what it is. You know, so." At the end of the day, like that's what they're building as a story, right?
Yeah.
You can say that WrestleMania is the end of the season for WWE. It's
Yeah.
the season finale.
Yeah.
Right? Monday Night Raw the next day is the beginning of the next season.
Yeah.
So let's say WrestleMania was a 41th season of WWE in general, the whole story of WWE.
Yeah.
You know, it was their 41th season. Who the fuck do you know is going on for 41 seasons other than the fucking Simpsons or some bullshit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like South
so
Park
for them
and
to
shit.
run that long, and it's like, yeah, bro, the end of the season maybe ended bad. How many fucking TV shows do you not like? Dexter, I love Dexter. Some of their seasons end like the season finale of the whole series, ass, bro. They had to revive that shit 3 times to make it good.
Yeah.
Both of the series finales were ass, bro.
Yeah.
So if you were to just judge it off that, the whole TV show is
is
ass. You know what I mean? So it's like, and we don't know, bro. WWE's not over yet.
Yeah.
Dexter ended. That was the series finale. It's done. They have to revive it. WWE's not done, bro. They have WrestleMania next year.
Well, the other thing too you have to look at for like WrestleMania is like for 40 and 39, like the cool thing about the WWE is like there's still real world aspects to it. So the same legends that you watch wrestling retired.
Yeah.
And so the only reason it was so hyped is because they revamped all these old wrestlers. They're back now. So it's like now you've been watching them for the last 2 years. You know, you've seen John Cena now again for a few years. And so now it's not.
Off.
Yeah, and it wears off. Like it's not as hype. So I think people expect, but it's like, how many times can you bring back an old wrestler? Like, you're not gonna bring back fucking Undertaker again. Like, Undertaker cannot wrestle.
Stone Cold came out and like we were like, oh, it's Stone Cold, but we weren't like, oh my god, it's Stone Cold.
And it's also like the era of Stone Cold, like talking shit. Like, it's still good, but the way that he talks shit is so different from like the newer wrestling. I feel like, where the newer wrestling is way more like soap opera-ish. You know, it's more like face to face, where like the old school wrestlers were just like, fuck you, like you dirty shit, like you know. So now more people are like, oh yeah, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin, like a legend, but it's also like, boy, he's just up there talking shit, he's gonna crack his cans and get the fuck out,
hit a lady with an ATV, and then he's
out,
you know.
So
that's the thing. Like I said, a lot of people are like saying fuck WrestleMania 41, but at the end of the day, we don't really know where this is gonna take us.
Yeah.
If you were to have watched the Monday Night Raw the next day, you're back on board, bro. Yeah. Literally, the Monday night. I hate to be this guy. The Monday Night Raw the next day, the one show overshadowed the whole 2 nights of WrestleMania. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing people really remember about WrestleMania right now is that CM Punk feud with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins the first night, because it ties into what happened the next day, or on Monday Night Raw. And then the next day on Sunday, the only thing people remember is Travis Scott coming out and then some bullshit happening. You know? So it's like, it's not like people are like, oh my god, you know. But I don't know. Like I said, in the future, I'm pretty sure people will look back at it and be like, maybe that wasn't good, but what came out of everything that happened there, that like was killer, you know? Because literally Monday Night Raw the next, I didn't watch SmackDown today. I want to, but I'll have to watch it tomorrow.
Yeah.
What happened on Monday Night Raw the next day was absolutely fucking insane, bro. Like, I'll just, like, you don't watch it, but I'll just tell you. So all that happened WrestleMania, but whatever, right? I guess the main things on WrestleMania was Rey Mysterio was supposed to return his entrance of him jumping out of the stage, which was so dope. I would have popped, bro. But he got injured the night before. Like, for whatever fucking reason, they had Rey Mysterio fighting the night before.
Was it like a pre-recorded fight?
No. A live fight.
Oh.
The night before.
Damn,
and then he got injured. Like, bro, he's old as fuck. Don't have him wrestle until he has to wrestle, bro.
Yeah, like the actual fight. Yeah.
It's crazy. But he got injured, so he couldn't even do his entrance. He had to be replaced by Rey Fenix. Rey Fenix is Penta's brother. Killer match he had with El Grande Americano.
Oh yeah, fire.
Really good match. They killed that shit. And then Travis Scott came out to help John Cena win the championship, which was just some bullshit, to be honest. It didn't even, like, John Cena said he was going to ruin wrestling when he did his promo. So some people are saying this is what he meant by that. Like it was bullshit, so he ruined the main event, you know?
No.
So, like, that's, like, kind of like... But you're giving him too much fucking credit, gang. There ain't... Like, now that you guys said that, they're going to be like, yeah. We thought about that the whole time. We ruined the main event. But you guys are giving them too much fucking credit. It was just whack The Rock came out and literally said the only reason I did the whole selling the soul angle is because Elimination Chamber wasn't selling a lot of tickets. So they asked me to be part of Elimination Chamber. So then I told them, okay, I'll go out there and I'll tell Cody to sell the soul, whatever.
Right, a storyline for
yeah. But then then he said later that he called them and told them, okay, the final boss's job here is done. Like, you don't need the final boss anymore. I think we already pulled off one of the greatest moments in WWE history, apart from Hulk Hogan turning heel, John Cena turning heel. That's one of the most memorable moments. So you guys don't need me anymore. You guys got this one. So supposedly that's what The Rock said happened, allegedly. But some people are saying that him and Triple H got some beef. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not in the fucking room. But it has to be more to the story than just The Rock didn't said he was done. He was good. Like, there's no way you're good after that.
Yeah.
And even The Rock said, I'm confused why Travis Scott came out and did what he did because they didn't need it. Like, they really didn't need it. And like I said, you don't watch WWE. Who did you think was going to come out, bro?
Sure.
Everybody thought that.
Yeah.
So the fact that they didn't do it, that's why people are hating. The expectations were set so fucking high. And like, bro, like people were saying Stone Cold was supposed to come out after The Rock comes out, and then he's gonna stunner The Rock, and then he's gonna help Cody retain.
Oh shit.
And then Stone Cold comes out and almost hits the fucking lady, and then says, "We had 60,000 people here today, and then between 2 days, 1,014, 114,000. All right, guys, 2 beers, I'm out of this bitch." Like. So it was kind of like the expectations were set so high, and people were just disappointed.
But I think with that, like you said, it's better though, like in a marketing and like psychology way. Like it's better to end with dim, and then, like you said, the next day amp it back up.
Bro, people were like writing Triple H off like the worst writer in WWE history, and then the next day
they're like,
bro, motherfucking Stephanie Vaquer comes up from NXT, and she has a killer match with the WWE champion, the women's champion Io Sky. Rusev, you remember Rusev?
Yeah.
Rusev Putria. Rusev.
Oh yeah, he'd come out with the lady.
He comes back. Yeah, he would come out. Rusev Crush.
Yeah.
That she wasn't there, but he comes back and fucking absolutely destroys these this tag team jobbers. The beginning of the show, John Cena comes out, starts talking all this shit, and then brings like the thing on the screen. He's like, "Look, I had 36 dates. I did this show. I did that show. I did this show. I did that show." After all that, I'm down to 27. And that's not matches. That's appearances. You guys say I can't wrestle? I don't have to wrestle. All I have to do is come out here and do this. And that's it. He's like, the hardest part was getting this championship. Now I'm out of here. Like basically saying like, I'm done, bro.
So he's just going to make appearances and finish his contract. Talk,
Yeah. And then he's like, you guys pull out your phones. I'm going to be nice to you for 1 minute. Pull out all your phones right now. I'm gonna let you take a picture of me holding up the championship. You're gonna have a photo of the last real champion. As soon as he says that, you see a little viper head pop up behind him. And then he turned around to get the photo in the back. Randy Orton RKO's the fuck out of him, and he even on the mic is like, "Oh shit!" Like when he turned around, that shit was crazy. There's a video going around of how Randy Orton got under the ring, which is like cool to see. But it's like kind of like people are saying like, oh, you guys are ruining the aura or whatever. But it's cool to see like literally the ring crew. It all comes out with hoodies on, like the whole ring crew to check the ring, and he's in there. They're like trying to hide him, And then they like I'll send it to you so you can put it. And then the ring crew like splits, and then this motherfucker's acting like he's checking the turnbuckle. He's like patting the like turnbuckle, and then he just like rolls under the ring and just like But he wasn't wearing his RKO hoodie. I don't know when he
probably changed under there.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe he had it underneath the other hoodie, But he was just wearing an all black fit. So
that's sick.
Yeah. And people were saying that's how the Undertaker's done it for years. That he would just like go out with the ring crew. Because sometimes during matches, the ring crew goes out and checks on the ring, and sometimes they even change the mat that they wrestle on. Because I'm pretty sure after a few matches, it's sweaty and shit. They have to change it or else they get ringworm,
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure the Undertaker would just come out with them at some point, get under the fucking ring and be under there, and then come out, do whatever he needed to do,
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's cool to see that, especially for me that I love WWE. But yeah, the next day cooked. Seth Rollins comes out because he turned heel with Paul Heyman. He comes out and just kind of talking, whatever. And then CM Punk comes out to fight him, and it was at the very, very end. CM Punk comes out to fight him, and then they start fighting, whatever. Then the credits roll, so I thought it was over. And then, Seth Rollins is standing tall. Roman Reigns comes out, bro. And they, start fighting. And I was like, what the fuck? This shit should be over. With Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns starts fighting with Seth Rollins. And then he Superman punches Paul Heyman. He hits Paul Heyman with his finisher or whatever, And as soon as he's about to spear Paul Heyman, he's doing his taunt. He's about to run. boom, gets fucking speared. I literally thought Paul Heyman speared him. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Braun Breaker, bro, comes out of nowhere. Big ass buff motherfucker comes out of nowhere, bro. And now he's part of the clique with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman's a slut.
Yeah, he's evil. He's one of those friends that like you can't trust, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
One of those people you wish eats, but not at your table. Shit, bro.
Like, somewhere else.
Fuck, bro. Yeah, he's crazy. But yeah, the next night cooked. I was so happy. I was like a kid in a candy store watching that shit. It was so fun.
Let's bring it back.
Hellstar dropped.
Yeah.
Collab with the WWE. It was a week after WrestleMania, but it's all good, you know. Yeah. There were so many collabs a week leading up, so I feel like it was good that they kind of held theirs off a little bit.
Yeah, because then there was too much.
I think tees were 120 buckaroos, bro. From what I was told, I'll go look right now, but I'm pretty sure they were 120 bucks. This is the collection. It was cool.
I also don't want to skip over like the Travis Scott collaboration. I do want to say that one was like really good. Like,
yeah.
Seeing the final.
Don't you think it's kind of similar, the two?
With the aesthetics.
Yeah.
Like,
They're the same, but they were kind of. I see why they pushed it back a little bit. Yeah. It would have probably got lost in translation.
Yeah. You know I mean? No, the aesthetics from like Cactus Jack to Hellstar are very, very similar. Like the graphic style and everything, I feel like. So that makes sense. But no, yeah, Hellstar collaboration with WWE killed it. And I mean, one thing, is like the way that they promoted it. They have a picture with like what's his name? The blonde guy.
Ryder?
No, the guy that The Rock said so. Cody Rhodes.
Oh.
I have a picture with Cody Rhodes holding up the WrestleMania T-shirt. Jesus, my brain is farting. And I think that's super sick. I feel like they were very more on the WWE, like hands-on, like it was very more officiated. Mm-hmm. I mean, we'll talk about like the next collaboration, but like this collab felt officiated where WWE kind of feels they can gain something from.
Did you see that picture of Cody Rhodes, Cactus Jack McFoley, and Stone Cold all holding up their merch?
Oh no!
Yeah, Cody Rhodes was holding up the WrestleMania shirt. McFoley was wearing the Cactus Jack hoodie that they made of him, like the zip-up hoodie. And Stone Cold was holding up the T-shirt of like the guy like flipping off, like it's supposed to be Stone Cold, I guess.
Yeah.
He was holding up that T-shirt, and then there was like a picture of Travis Scott, like just right there, cause,
with them, yeah.
But that was the promo that they did, was like they put all that and it was literally just them like at an event, and they just took a photo, like how I do when I go to PuffCon, but they just kind of edited it to make it look like sick. Collaged, But yeah, this is the Hellstar stuff right here. They have a CM Punk shirt. They have The Rock. They have an Undertaker shirt, World Heavyweight Championship, a John Cena shirt, the WrestleMania one, Stone Cold. That one's hard. Stone Cold and camo.
Yeah.
A big ass
the Rock one. Yeah, that one's sick.
And then the Rey Mysterio one right here.
It's like a little played out.
Yeah.
It's like that. What's that style?
He has like a collage, or like it's like a yearbook.
Yeah.
With all his different masks. Well, you guys will see it right here anyway. And then the racist ass old man. Shirt too. That's crazy. That's the only miss. Every other one was fire.
I love Hulk.
That was the only miss right there. I like Hulk Hogan. But $120 per tee. Are they taxing? Or is that okay?
That's their brand. Like at the end of the day, you're not gonna buy their brand if you're not following them. If you don't follow Hellstar, you don't fuck with Hellstar. You're not
spending $120, gang.
And so, hold on. This is gonna be complete sidetrack. You commented on my you sent me the purple jeans thing of the guy. Yeah. So I had commented on the original one they posted where it's just the video of him ripping the jeans, and I commented they should retire purple jeans in general. Someone commented to me and was like, "You've never had a pair of a pair of jeans that's $40 or more." First off, you're not gonna hear this anyways, but 501 jeans are worth $70 fucking dollars. Dickies are worth $70 fucking dollars. And purple jeans are some lame ass skinny fucking jeans that nobody wears unless you're a fucking trapper or something.
You tell them, Google.
So you know what? Fuck off. But anyways, the next collaboration for the WWE
is trash. I have it pulled up right here. Do you want to see?
Horrible.
Okay, this is an Undertaker belt buckle to start off with.
And just to get shit started off, before we even say what brand it is, I didn't even think this brand was still making stuff. Just to start off.
This shit is crazy to me. I had friends send me this. What do you think of this? I would literally responded with, "This shit is so ass, bro."
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go.
The brand is Antisocial
Social
social club.
Club. If you guys didn't know, they're still making shit.
I guess so.
So right here we have, like I said, it's all right here.
It's
You guys
right
can
here.
see it. The Rock doing a rock bottom to Stone Cold, and it says Antisocial Social Club. It's just a photo
Lame.
tee. Some shit Suprema drop. Literally, their Antisocial Social Club logo with the WWE font on it
In pink.
in pink, and John Cena doing the worst move that he does, where he jumps off the rope onto someone's neck. Another photo tee
On a camo tee.
on a camo shirt. It
And
says
it looks like
World
dog
Wrestling
shit.
Entertainment Antisocial Social Club with the WWE logo underneath it. Another photo tee of Cody Rhodes about to do the Cody Cutter or whatever. Okay, the same World Wrestling shirt. Oh my god. Another photo tee, and it's Undertaker, and it says "Rest in peace." He's not even dead.
That's
Another
crazy.
Antisocial Club
WWE.
shirt that I don't know. It just has the fans. It looks like. This one says WrestleMania XLI Las Vegas. I'm not making this shit up. This shit is fucking ass, bro. I haven't even seen all this shit. Another one, just a different color. If you buy this shit, fucking
Kill yourself.
unsubscribe right now if you buy this shit. $12 John Cena wristbands. This is the coolest thing we've seen.
That is the coolest.
That's the coolest. Okay, $110 Stone Cold. That one's
That's
hard,
fire.
yo. It says Antisocial Social Club with its leather vest with the embroidery on it. Okay, I'll give you guys Okay.
Okay, one
All
good
right.
item. One.
Two good items, the wristband and the vest.
The wristbands and the vest.
Okay. All right. I'll give you guys
Wristbands,
that
wristbands.
one. Some more wristbands. All right. Back to the trash. The fucking trash ass hoodie. What the fuck is this? Oh my, it's sold out. How is that sold out?
Because the hat is cheap. How much was it?
40. Everything is cheap. The shirts are the same price as the fucking hat. The hoodies are $99. What the fuck is going on here? An air freshener of Cody Rhodes is sold out.
Bro, it's not even anything cool. Bro, they could have done a sick air freshener of like Rey Mysterio jumping off like an outline. That would have been so sick, bro. You guys fucking suck.
Look, it's the Roman Reigns shirt I sent you. It's like the toy.
Oh yeah, and the action figure toy.
Oh
my. That is the shittiest t-shirt.
They made a hoodie, gang. What the fuck is going on? What is this one? Oh, it's like the photo of Undertaker over and over. Bro, you can't make this shit up. This shit is so fucking ass, bro.
This shit is so dog shit.
Look, it's a You Can't See Me hoodie on camera. Oh my god.
But you can see how that one is
god,
the irony of that. The fucking irony. But you can see like which one was way more officiated. The fucking Hellstar or the
This shows you what it is.
Club.
Are you walking around with an ass hoodie? Bro, what the fuck? There's a bomber. Oh my, it says Raw SmackDown Annexed. Bro,
that shit is so dog.
How the fuck?
$199? You guys are texting for some dog shit that you could get at fucking Spencer's or Hot Topic? Okay, that one's kind of cool. I would wear that. I would wear that. I would wear that.
Okay, another cool item, gang. Hey, you get those at the WWE shows when you sit down the first 10 rows.
$140 though?
No, you pay more. You pay like $600 for that bitch.
Okay, I guess like, but like, come on now.
Oh my fuck. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm just, at this point, I can't even tell you how bad this shit is.
I have no words.
What the fuck is this?
I'm left speechless. They tried to do like Stone Cold shorts.
Yeah, but they ruined. When was Stone Cold wear fucking flowers on his shorts, gang?
That said ask.
That says ass on
Why did that become their acronym?
It's because Stone Cold has like the like SOB on his, you know what I mean? Like he has like son of a bitch or whatever. Yeah. He has that on his things on his vest on the side.
Oh, so that's why
he always has an acronym of something like baddest motherfucker will be like BMF or something.
Well, on the NWO logo you guys did, it clearly says ass on it.
With the C after.
With the C after, but like
assy.
Yeah, so you can see which one's way more officiated. I mean,
even the head all right, so let's tier list this.
And also hold
Cactus
on.
Jack,
hold on.
Hellstar, ass.
But also Antisocial, this is another one. The models of wrestlers they went with. Which wrestlers they picked. Antisocial Social Club picked old ass retired, nowhere to be found.
Well,
Rikishi.
all they picked was Rikishi, and that's it.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Like some random dudes.
And it wasn't even in like a ring. Didn't make him look cool.
Just like him
suit up, him in a sweatsuit, or him just in front with his ring.
It seemed like he didn't want to be there.
Okay, who did Hellstar have? They had the Cody Rhodes one.
Yeah, but
but like actually model.
Only Ryder.
Ryder?
Yeah.
Okay, but that's still pretty good.
They're homie.
Okay, And then
Travis Scott, of course, him.
had
And then
the pretty good
that's
one.
when he was the one. Stone Cold was holding it. Cactus Jack Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Was wearing a thing, and then Cody Rhodes was also holding
Rhodes.
up the shirt. So of course he's gonna get more promo because he
Bigger.
was in the main event,
and he's also bigger. Like Travis Scott is known for his clothes,
bro.
But also as a musician, also just as a person.
You didn't see Hellstar Shawnee in fucking taking a
yeah.
a Crossroads by Cody Rhodes, bro.
Yeah. So
you saw Travis Scott doing that shit. So of course he's gonna get the promo.
Yeah, and then but it's
and plus you bought that on WWE Shop. It wasn't on CactusJack.com.
Yeah,
it was on WWE.
But I think that's good though.
Well, yeah, of course.
It's more official.
But like you're saying, yeah, his was the most official because
like,
of just his brand.
Yeah.
You know?
But like, and being on their website, it's like the people that don't go to Cactus Jack buying their stuff on WWE is like, I don't know this brand, but the shirt is fucking cool.
So yeah, maybe Travis Scott is not a person we can like compare to these two
Yeah,
other brands.
He's just
right?
like,
yeah, he's levels above, literally. Right? But Hellstar and Antisocial Social Club, we can compare those.
And Antisocial Social Club's been around longer than Hellstar, I can say, I think safely.
No, we definitely can compare those because like Antisocial Social Club for sure has been here way longer, you know. But like they're just smaller brands, they're slower brands. You know what I mean?
And they're not small.
Well, Hellstar isn't small either, and neither is Antisocial Social Club, but they're not Travis Scott.
They're not Travis Scott big.
And like I was like, Gubo was saying, okay, we can do that too, right? We can one day collab. And I was like, well, you realistically just need to buy the licensing. And this is showing you here two brands that realistically just bought licensing.
But
unless WWE reached out, but it's very slim of a chance that WWE would reach out to Antisocial Social Club of all brands.
So that's where I was going to say, because with the Hellstar, it is 50-50. Antisocial Social Club, you can tell they definitely bought the license.
Yes, I believe that they would reach out to Hellstar and say, "Do you guys want to do
because
this?"
It just makes sense demographic wise. Because who do you want to watch?
Travis Scott wears Hellstar type.
Yeah,
and he probably puts them on whatever, you know.
And the kids wearing Hellstar, or people wearing Hellstar, are people that grew up on.
Unless Travis Scott, unless fucking Triple H's kids are like they love Antisocial Social Club, I don't see him.
I don't think
wanting to reach out. I don't see anybody in the WWE team being like, what was that brand that had like the wavy font back in the day and like everybody wore it to our events? Like nobody was in the office like Antisocial. Out of all these brands, Antisocial, that's the one.
Bro, I think I would see a Supreme WWE collab before I saw Antisocial Social Club.
Bro. They did Fortnite and all that other shit. That all makes sense. Antisocial is just out of the fucking blue.
Yeah.
But let's say Hellstar didn't get the collab. They just got the licensing, okay? What does Hellstar do right that Antisocial Club did wrong, in your opinion?
For one, Hellstar hits on like right on the top, you know, like they're doing the stuff that's kind of what's trending, like the graphics. Yeah, for one, the style of t-shirt, the vintage vibe, all that. But then the graphic tees, they're very playful, but they also fit the vibe and everything, and they give the vintage vibe, like actual wrestler merch. It nowhere on it is it just like Hellstar. That's a big up right there. Like Antisocial Club, there's nothing cool that we saw. The only thing that they had good was the wristbands. Easy recognized because John Cena wears them, and then the leather vest. But then even then you're like, but why would he have flowers on his vest?
Yeah,
like he's not gonna wear that. So I think, and then their stuff literally has Antisocial Social Club all over it, or ASSC. So I think at the end of the day, like, you know, very focused on their brand, for Antisocial Social Club, and then like Hellstar is like, well, what can we do that represents our brand as like. What can a product that we can make that represents our brand where you're gonna be like, this is Hellstar? It doesn't have to say Hellstar. So something that you can recognize. And so the style of tees, like the Rock Bold tee, the airbrush one, that's like the biggest dead giveaway. Like, and that shit's hard as fuck. So
hard as fuck, bro. That looks like all the Hellstar shirts I've ever wanted. That one.
Yeah, that one's hard.
It makes me want to spend 120, gang. I'm not going to because I have other shit I have to spend money on, but it makes me want to. What?
Yeah, that Rock tee's hard.
I've had $120 disposable right now. I would spend it on that Rock tee, bro. Like, holy fuck, that shit's hard.
And same thing with like to bring back
even
Cactus
the CM
Jack.
Punk one with the arms. Like,
that's pretty hard.
The only thing that where they fucked up is that no, it was Travis Scott. Never mind. He put the straight edge on the back, and then he put the fist on the front. But CM Punk has a straight edge tattoo right here, bro.
Also, he could have.
So he could have literally put the straight edge tattoo here, and then the arms on the back, and it would have made way more sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, even Hellstar had the same idea of just doing the arms for CM Punk.
Yeah, and then to bring Cactus Jack back into the thing, they also didn't go the Cactus Jack route. They went with
They
what
kind
can
of
we
did, but
make?
not really.
Not as much.
Yeah.
They did big graphics, kind of
But
Hellstar
even then,
aesthetic.
that shows you that you can put your brand on T-shirts, but make it like good.
Small,
You know,
yeah.
you don't have to make it like so big and like, you know what I mean. Your brand doesn't have to be like, we get it, bro. You got the collab.
That's the other thing. We get it's about your brand,
Yeah.
but show us why we should care that it's about your brand. Like, don't just be like, oh, they just put their.
What if I got a Nike and I like took the swoosh off and I put Hoodlum?
Yeah.
Like at that point, just make your own shoe game.
Yeah.
At that point, why the fuck are you making a Nike?
Why? Yeah.
You know?
Why you remaking a Panda or a Dunk? You know, like yeah. Yeah. So I think, yeah, there's like very different levels to it. Cause yeah, even Travis Scott's like tees. His tees are hard as fuck. Like the graphics on them were insane. They had like
I thought those were expensive at like 60, and the Hellstar comes and says 120. Fuck yo.
And I'm surprised that like the Travis Scott one sold so low, you know.
Yeah.
But then again, you got to realize what are you gonna get them on? Probably a Gildan tee.
Yeah, no, but like and WWE knows.
Yeah.
We can sell $120 t-shirts, or we can sell $160 t-shirts.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make, way more money off.
And who knows how much, because you got to realize they probably already paid Travis Scott for like the appearances. So who knows how much they're paying him there, and whatever cut, the clothing cut isn't probably much, but you still got to realize like.
Well, they got to pay him for designing that stuff because according to you, he sat down and
photoshopped
all that shit himself, bro.
The design team.
They got to pay him for the hours he spent designing it on Photoshop, bro.
But I think like, yeah, it was hard. I
think like what you said, where Hellstar went right is they took the advantage of let's make like vintage WWE shirts, and we don't have to really promote our brand. The way we will promote our brand is by making it our aesthetic.
Yeah.
We'll promote it with our aesthetic. We don't need our logos on it, realistically.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, Anti-Social Social Club's aesthetic is logo.
Is their logo.
Logo. Like it's like if I make a t-shirt with WWE, I gotta do that dude on there, bro. Like it's something not, you know what I mean? Like I have to. That's literally my aesthetic,
Yeah.
So like for Anti-Social Social Club, their aesthetic is logos, So it's like they went logo heavy. I don't think they realized the fault of some shit sold out, so fuck that shit sold. I can't even talk.
But it was stuff that didn't even say Anti-Social Social Club.
Yeah.
It was the You Can't See Me or what hat was it?
It was the hat. I said Anti-Social Social Club on it. But the thing is that people want those hats because that's like the fucking fitted hats for Born and Raised. You want to buy them because they make fitted hats all the time. They're known for their fitted.
Yeah.
Anti-Social Social Club's known for their dad hats.
Yeah.
That say Anti-Social Social Club on it.
Okay.
Everybody wants to wear a hat that says Anti-Social Social Club.
That is true. Yeah.
Are you antisocial, bro? You know what I mean? Like that's what they want. So.
Yeah, but yeah, you can see the levels to it.
Yeah, I feel like Hellstar really came out and said, "Fuck the logos, we'll do an aesthetic."
Yeah.
And
at the end of the day, that's why
it's fuck the aesthetic. We're gonna do a logo.
But that's why it's more important to have a brand aesthetic than a brand logo.
Yeah.
Because the brand aesthetic lets you play with just damn near anything. Where the brand logo, you're like, well, I have to find a way to throw my logo in there.
Well, think if Sunday drops it, what are they dropping?
The 3 stars,
or like a green shirt.
Or a green.
It's gonna be printed on a green shirt or something. So you already know their aesthetic is green. So it doesn't throw you off when next thing you know, fucking if Sunday has a green color and next thing you know they come out and they're like, oh fuck that green, we're doing blue now. You're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
How the fuck? What's happening to all this other green shit that I have? It's like I feel like Antisocial really doesn't even have a.
There's no aesthetic there.
They have a brand, but they don't have a brand.
It's also the type of people that buy their clothes. Like growing up, I feel like I only saw people in the car community. True. Like stands, cars, and all that.
Because that's what he started in, the guy.
Yeah. No, yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I think his name was Neeks or something.
That's where their main buyer, their main consumer is.
Yeah.
You don't see their stuff. No one's dying in a Hypebeast store to get an Antisocial Social Club shirt.
Yeah, maybe a few years ago, but not anymore.
Not no more. Yeah, right now that's not what's popping. So yeah, they gotta do way better. And yeah, the marketing, they could have had Rikishi suited up or something,
something, bro. Ass out, bro. Ass, bro. There you
ass
go.
Out. That's what I'm saying.
God, dude, we're still cooking. We're cooking more than these motherfuckers.
What'd you say?
I said ass.
What do you mean?
The shirt says ass on it.
Oh, they could have done the ass.
Yes, bro. Rikishi's ass is out.
Yeah.
That's what he's known for, his ass.
bro.
It's
But
insane.
these
And then
motherfuckers.
WWE bought AAA.
Oh
Well, not
yeah,
WWE. Everybody's saying that WWE doesn't own shit. TKO owns
yeah,
WWE, so TKO owns UFC. TKO bought AAA.
yeah.
And I guess now they should just keep it as its own entity, bro. They should just leave it, let AAA make its money, put it on a higher scale. Don't
That,
change shit type shit. You know what I
I
mean?
know why
But
they're doing that though, because they're trying to get the American consumer to want to watch.
Mm.
You're not gonna watch something at AAA because it doesn't sound like it's part of WWE. But you hear NXT Mexico and you're like, oh shit, this is
it's in
something
Mexico.
new.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
like sales point wise, it makes sense. But yeah, I'm disappointed they changed the name too. Like,
AAA is like a big brand, bro.
yeah,
Like,
it's known all over Mexico or like just in the lucha community.
bro, so every Sunday you watch AAA, bro. You
Yeah.
fucking, you know what I mean? Like, come on.
So the name change is gonna be kind of weird for sure. And then like belittling them to NXT is kind of like I feel disrespectful to be like because these are like high class fucking wrestlers. They're
Mhm.
not just NXT. NXT wrestlers suck. Like oh well, I don't know anymore. But I feel like back then they used to.
Now,
No, they're good
NXT
now.
had the NXT show this Saturday
Was good.
was better than WrestleMania, bro.
Oh,
The
yeah.
2 days that show was fucking amazing, bro.
Yeah.
And they had like 14 women on that show.
Oh wow.
The NXT women are fucking amazing, bro. Like they are so good at wrestling, amazing, bro. I have. If you say NXT sucks, they're gonna riot. NXT right now
Damn.
is
Okay. When I
NXT
remember they
the way that the way I look at it now. What does NXT remind you? What's the closest word to NXT?
Knicks. Oh yeah.
That's
So
the
that's why
future,
this is the
bro.
whole point. Yeah. No.
It's the
Yeah.
future of wrestling. And I was talking to Christian. Jey Uso came out. In the next 5 years, I'm retiring. Roman Reigns came out. In the next 5 years, I'm retiring. Seth Rollins, I got a few years on me. All these guys that we love.
Yeah, they're gonna retire.
All these new John Cenas that right now we think are gonna be here for 20 more years, like John
They're
Cena
not.
did. They're not, bro.
And that's what people don't realize. They're getting paid way more. Their schedules are so much different.
Why do you think Braun Breaker is up right now? Braun Breaker was on NXT last year.
Oh shit.
Do you think Braun Breaker sucks?
No, he's good. Yeah.
Braun Breaker was the NXT champion.
Oh damn.
So if he's gone now,
They gotta get
people there,
someone
Oba
extra.
Femi, when you don't even know who Oba Femi is right
Yeah.
now. When you know who Oba Femi is, you're gonna be like, who the fuck is this guy? Because I
Yeah.
fell in love with Oba Femi first day I saw him.
Yeah.
I was like, holy fuck, this guy's on NXT. Holy shit! And now he's an NXT champion.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, like,
So
bro.
it might be
Like,
better than okay.
NXT is killer, bro.
But I think it would be cool though to be able to do like an NXT USA versus like NXT Mexico,
Like a
where they
Worlds
did like
Collide.
Raw versus
Yeah.
SmackDown or whatever.
Well, they're
Yeah.
doing that already. They're doing the
Oh, yeah, you did say that,
AAA
yeah,
and
AAA.
NXT pay per view.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
Yeah, so they are doing that.
Me, my dumbass.
yeah.
And
And that's gonna be the same day as Money in the Bank.
Okay.
That's gonna be in, I think, next month. It's gonna be in Los Angeles. You can buy tickets right now. The cheapest tickets for nosebleeds are $400, bro. WWE is fucking milking the bread right now.
Bro, when I
as
went
much
to
as they
Mexico to
can.
watch that lucha event, and I was on the floor.
Bro,
it was
I
like
didn't even
20
pay 400.
bucks.
Yeah, I didn't even pay $400 for 8 people when we went. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like 8 people got in and we didn't even pay 400
Yeah.
bucks, bro. So that shit is crazy for one person, and you're sitting way.
Up there. I
the
saw
fuck up
someone
there,
posted
like-
they're like watching WrestleMania through my phone.
Yeah,
They have to,
but
like,
they,
zoom
but they're
in.
there. No, people were watching it on their phone, but they're there
Oh,
like this.
damn, that's crazy. No,
Yeah,
it was like
and
a
they're
guy
in the
zoomed
building.
in. He zoomed in on the, but yeah, they're like so far up. Fuck that.
Bro, no, there are people are like, if you don't get low or both seats, just stay home.
Just don't go. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people are literally watching it. Like, there's a video of people watching it on their phones, but they're in the fucking arena. It's right in front of them.
And when do you think like that like loses its value though? Like going to, do you think
Already
WWE?
has. I think.
You think WWE realizes, oh shit, everything's too expensive, we gotta lower it?
No, I don't think they realize it's expensive. They think that
They
it's
already
good.
know. Oh,
They think the price is good. It just maybe the talent isn't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think like these companies realize that like we love you guys, but not that much.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Like,
now
I love Walmart, gang. But if every time I went in there they charged me $20, would you go to Walmart?
Yeah.
Fuck
and that's
no.
the thing. Like now, people are more aware of that too. Like they're like, I'm not gonna fall for this bullshit anymore.
Yeah.
Like so, that's what I'm saying. Like,
And I'm not saying they don't like WWE because it's fake or anything. It's just the fact that, bro,
No.
who's gonna spend that? Are you gonna spend that much at a UFC fight game?
yeah,
UFC fights are extremely crazy priced.
yeah,
They have been for years.
yeah.
The company that owns UFC owns the WWE
No, yeah,
now.
so
You
now
don't
they're
think they're
like-
gonna meet the UFC prices,
Yeah.
they're gonna be like both of our things are equally priced. They're both equally as
But you
good.
also like, and so like with WrestleMania, you have to understand too, though. But like the amount of money that's put into the promotion and like the whole event,
Bro, that
it's like
stage alone,
millions
the
of
pyro,
dollars.
the all that, yeah, bro.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
also you got to realize they got to make their money
Yeah, they
back.
gotta pay what they're doing. Not
And
even that. We look at how much they pay the wrestlers. What about the motherfucker that's recording them?
yeah,
What about the motherfucker that is like, okay, CM Punk's coming out, play his music.
yeah.
Okay, play his Tron. Oh, do this. Like,
Literally, the guy with the light, like
yeah.
you know, like to
What
the
about
last
that?
bottom. Like,
What about the guy that's like, okay, switch the camera from this angle to that angle? Nobody thinks about any of that bullshit. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, there's so much going on. Yeah,
the
the tickets,
assistants, you know, like
all that shit. The ring announcer, the people that are commentating, the
Yeah.
fucking ring crew, actually,
yeah,
all that shit. The people that the
the
security guards,
yeah,
bro.
literally.
There's so much shit that goes to this that like people are just like, oh wow, it's expensive. Yeah, bro, they're paying hella fucking people.
Yeah, you got
You guys are in the Raiders stadium. You think the
Yeah.
Raiders are cheap?
yeah.
You think the Raiders don't want to use their stadium for Saturday and Sunday?
Well, not right now.
But you know what I mean? Like, come on,
But
bro.
that's also why it's perfect time to use it because they're not
Yeah,
in
that's
season.
true.
Yeah. But I think it's a great note to leave it off. You know, fucking.
We had so much more stuff, but
I think we
we
can
will
save
save
it.
this for
yeah.
next time. Yeah, we can save this.
But I think like yeah, bro, fucking everything. There's a lot of process to everything. There's a bunch of little things and everywhere. Like we said, it's so much money because it takes to pay so many different outlets. Same thing with clothing. Apply that every time with clothing. Fucking, you know, you gotta pay the fucking screen printer. You gotta pay the fucking blank. You gotta pay for the screen. You gotta pay for the person to sew the tags on. Shit like that. There's many things. So to leave it on that note, be prepared for the next fucking thing.
And go buy the motherfucking BYU shirts on hoodlum.com.
Because if you ain't soaking, what are you doing?
You're not. If you're soaked, but you're still holy, my boy. Love you guys. Peace.
Yeah.